Hello, this is Julius from Gateway Coding Academy, where we teach young guys or young students, young kids, or beginners how to program. In today's lessons, I want to show you a practical project that beginners can try on their own while learning how to program, create the front end and the back end. Not even a back end actually, more of connecting JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. In this small program here, it will help you understand how JavaScript can talk to an HTML and how to display information on an HTML page by running a JavaScript code. Okay, so this is practical, and I will walk you from scratch to more of a good finished product that you can showcase with your friends, or you can show your teacher if you've known a little bit of to build a working project. Okay, so let's go. So start with HTML. I'm using a CodePen. CodePen is an online IDE, and I have a video about it. So check it out. If you go to codepen.io, you'll be able to find, let me even take you there right away. So you'll get to this screen here. You can sign or you can log in. This is a way of if you want to save it so that you can review it down the road, that's fine. But for me, I will be directly coding here without signing it up. Okay, so let's start. First, start with HTML. That's a boilerplate. If you do exclamation mark and click enter, you'll be able to get that boilerplate. Okay, factorial over number. All right, so factorial over number, for those who don't know, is let's say, for example, you want to multiply 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, that's a factorial of 5. Okay, it will multiply the number you put in, and then decrement that number by 1 all the way to 0, or all the way to 1. Okay, so this will be something that we'll be building in this lesson. Okay, let's start with the first thing is, let's go with creating a div. The first outer div, let's call it to create a div with a class of main body. Okay, inside the main body, let's create main content. By putting dots and then the name, it will help you get autocomplete for you by a kind of a plugin called Emmet. If you are using Visual Studio Code, look for Emmet, and it will be able to get you this. Okay, so main content, main body, main content. And then first we need to have an input. Let's have an h1 of factorial of a number. Okay, the goodness with CodePen, you'll be able to see the results immediately down here. That's the output. So let's get an input where we'll be putting our what do you call? We'll be putting the number that we want to do the factorial. So we'll have this one as a number, the type to be a number. Okay, so and then we'll have a pattern of ID of factor ptn. So that, and this is where we'll be using JavaScript to control that part. When you click, you will get you'll be able to click that button. Okay, and then let's put an ID of this one so that we can crop with HTML with JavaScript. ID of let's say input factor. So that's that, and then down here we'll be able to have another div of results div. When we click that, we'll be able to control that. Okay, let's put it it's okay. Let's have that. So, and then we'll have let's call a span of ID of results. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. Let's put 0 for us to see, so it will be there. Okay, so let's style it a little bit. So the first domain, to get hold of a class, you put a dot in CSS, and then we have to target this part here called main body. Main body. Let's have a background color. Color of let's say brown. No, let's say orange. Okay, so we have that. So, and then that's that for now. Let's have let's say display flex. The children need to display flex. This is so that it can any child underneath will have a display of flex. And then justify content, center. All right, it will take that center, anything that, and then let's target our let's even take this background. I don't want the background yellow to be everywhere, orange to be everywhere, so we'll use the other one down there to be our orange. Okay, let's target this part here, which is called main content. Okay, main content. Okay, so let's put the background of that color, and then let's put padding of 15 pixel to give us a room. And then and then after that, let's say border radius to keep that round edge of 15 pixels. Okay, so we have that's with this nice color. So let's put a padding bottom. Let's keep more padding on the bottom to be more like 25, 20, 30 pixels. Okay, all right. Oh no, we don't even need that. Okay, we'll have their own padding on these other ones down here on the patterns. Okay, so let's style the pattern. Let's style the input. We don't even have to style the input. You can do it, and it's easy. You can do like not even do but you can put, if you want to style the input, you can do like that directly, because we don't have any other element with an input. So you can style that, and we can have a text height of 30 pixel. Okay. Okay. Text. Wait. What do you call that? It's not saving that. Okay, it doesn't even matter, guys. Okay, I'll leave it for now. You can mess around, Google how to control this part here. Okay, let's target this section here with the results where I have 0. We have a class of result, and then let's put a background color of white. I think I have it. Width white, and then we don't want big, we want a width of 50%. Don't make it bigger. 50, let's say 200 pixels. Yes, 50%. Okay, let's put margin of margin top of 30 pixels. So to push it down, I think that's 30 pixels too much. 15 pixels. All right, and then let's have to be okay. Let's say height of maybe 20 pixels. All right, let's say 50 pixels. 50 is okay. No, that's too much. Okay, you can experiment, guys, you know, it doesn't matter. And then I will target this span. So span, and then we can do again padding of 20 pixel. Okay, go around. So I think that's too much. Let's take it padding left. Of 10 pixels. Okay, just to push a little bit. All right. Let me see margin top of 5 pixels. Let's see that. It doesn't have much. Okay, but the main thing is you can see it's coming out a little bit better. Okay, so let's get this part taken care of. Okay, let's take care of this part, which will be JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript is easy, guys, you know, it's not too bad. What you need to do is first we need to get hold const is so that we don't have to change factor. Let's get hold of this. Let me copy this IT there, factor btn is equals to document and dot query selector, and then you put parentheses. You have to an ID. You have an ID. This ID, where this ID here, factor button. Okay, so you put there semicolon. You don't have to put semicolon, but it's a good idea to have it. All right, let's get all of input factor input is equals to the same thing. I'll copy that and paste it here. So let's get this input name, input ID of, put it there. All right, so in this case, what is happening here is we are holding this one so that we can manipulate with CSS. Okay, so let's go down here. What else? Okay, let's get all of results, the results span. Okay, let results span, because we have to use let because we'll be manipulating that by injecting a value. So let's results is equals to document dot query selector, and then we have the ID of that will be results. Okay, so let's have an event listener to this button. Let's put an event listener document to have an event listener so that you can add, you can interact with it. We say we get hold of this, which is a variable now. This variable here dot get dot add event listener. Okay, what's the event we are listening? We want to listen on the click button. Okay, so we use anonymous function in this case. All right, and then inside the let's alert so that we can see we are doing the right thing. Okay, so that we know we are here. Okay, if I click this button, I should get the word alert in here. So if I don't, let me put something here and then click, boom. So we have this alert. Okay, that shows that we are doing everything right. All right, so we are rocking. So so what we need to do, we have to have a function. This function will be calling once we hit here. So let me put comments, put function here, or insert a function, so function that will do factorial. All right, factorial. Let's do a function, the word keyword function, and then factorial of a number of factorial of n. Okay, let's call it an n, because we'll be giving an integer, a number, which the program will do its factorial on that number. Okay, so let's start. So we have a number now which is an n, so we'll have a factorial of 5, 4, whatever. So you can say we have to test the factorial of a number. Factorial of 1 is 1, factorial of 0 is 1. So if a number n is equals to 1, or in JavaScript, or you have to put 2 pipes. Okay, n is equals to 0, then return 1. Okay, so we need to stop after we get to 0. If somebody enter 1 or 0, the factorial of those is 1. Okay, and you can add anything else, like for example, if you can add a pipe of, say, if n is not a number, n. So but you don't have to do that. You can add validation so that nobody will enter a number here like that. So see, I cannot enter because I chose this one to be a number, so e is not a number. Okay, else if it is not 0 or 1, let's do an else. So we need to return to the calling, we put a parenthesis or bracket and multiply by, you call another function, or we call it recursive function. Recursive function is a function which call itself. We call it recursive. Okay, so factorial of this. So what this program do, it will call itself until it finishes whatever it's doing. Okay, factorial of n. So a new one, when you are doing factorial, whenever you multiply the n number, which is in case 5, say for example 5, 5, and then we see multiply by 4, multiply by 3, multiply by 2, multiply by 1. Okay, you see it decrement. So whenever you multiply to 5, which is this 5, multiply by a factorial of 5 minus factorial 5 minus 1. So you see this other one, the next one will be 5 minus 1. Okay, when you go the next loop, it will keep repeating on here until you get to 1 and return 1. Okay, so I think that is it for now. Let's try and click an alert. Let's alert the same factorial. Let's alert this function here. So we can, before we can do much, let's alert that factorial of a number which is, let's say, 4, and let's see whether we'll get factorial of 4. All right, so let me delete this. Okay, let's see whether we have. Click that. Factorial of 4 is 24. It doesn't matter what we entered here because I had coded the 4. Okay, so we know now factorial of 2, which is 2 times 1 is 2, supposed to be 2. Let's click that, supposed to be 2. Factorial of 5 will be 120. Okay, cool. So, and you can get your calculator and try to do that part. All right, so let's get the input value now. Okay, so let me remove this thing, and then because we know how to do it, so let's see what we have in here. Okay, we have to get all of the input dot value. So whenever we add something here, you're grabbing the value, or you're holding that value entered in that input box. And in JavaScript, you had dot, there's a method called value. It will get that value from this input box. Okay, remember this is getting all of whatever is inside here, and we are assigning an ID, which is this ID here. Okay, so let's figure out whether we can get the value from that. Let's say value of 5. Click that, boom, 5. Okay, let's say we get value of 6. Cool. Now we have all of 5. So let's put in a variable. Let n, let's n be what, this value here, let's n be that value. Okay, so and then let's put an n here. Before we do much, let's try to see whether we have n. Okay, so n, let's see, 9. Boom, we have 9. Okay, we are now, so we are confident now we can insert a factorial now, which is factorial of this number. Okay, this number, factorial of n. We now know n is that number. So let's see whether we get the value correctly done by factorial now. It's not hard coded, it is done by the function of factorial of that number n. All right, so let's do factorial of 5. We know factorial of 5 is what, 120? Yes, boom, 120. Okay, factorial of 4 is 24. Okay, cool. Now we are we know it is now working. Then we now need to insert, instead of 0 we need to put this value here. Okay, so what is in 0 here? It is in the results. Okay, and we already got the results here, so we can do like the results. Now we have results here, so you can say results dot inner HTML, inner text. These are functions which will help you display the value on an HTML or a value on the screen. Okay, let's give a try. All right, factorial of if everything goes well, we need to replace this 0 with the value coming from here. Factorial of 5. Oops, there's something went wrong. Okay, inner text, let's say inner HTML. Let's see whether that one is problem. Okay, you say unquoted results in item is not a function. Okay, all right, look at that. Oh, sorry, I didn't mess it up. It should be in a text is equals to, okay, the value of inner HTML, results.inner HTML is saying results of this section here, assign a value of this one. Okay, a value of factorial. Okay, let's give a try. Now we need a factorial of 5. Boom, 120. Okay, cool, that works. So factorial of 4 should be 24, factorial of 8 should be whatever number, factorial of 6 should be good number, 720. It works. Okay, so the program is working. We need to remove this one once we run the factorial, and it's all easy. You don't have to do much other than erasing the content of input by doing copy this and put it here, dot value is equals to empty string. Okay, so every time you end up a number here, like 5, 6, you multiply and then it erases here. Okay, so I think that is it, guys. Thank you so much for following this. Let's recap it, or let's recap this. First, we have HTML, which is this section. We add a main container. The reason why I added this to be the main body, so that I can position in the middle of the screen. And then I added this one so that I can put the content inside that. And then of course this part, and you can manipulate any of this the way you want. You can do much on this whenever you mouse to change the color. For example, if you want to change this factor here, if you want to do the pattern here, so we can say pattern. We have only one pattern, okay, over, okay. You can change the background color to be red, okay. So see, we can do that. You can do black, okay, and then change the text color to be white, something like that, okay. You can play around with it. See, when you mouse it show red, and you can change cursor pointer so that it show that finger kind of icon. We call it pointer, okay. All right, see, whenever you mouse that, it show that finger thing, okay. And you can manipulate. You see, this is a bare bones to show you how to connect the three part, the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in one document. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you will enjoy, and keep thumbs up, subscribe if you have not subscribed, and like it and share to some of your friends or anybody who want to see how to connect JavaScript, CSS, and HTML on a practical project. Thank you so much. Bye bye.